Good afternoon again, everyone, and welcome to NY Yankee Mania. As promised, we would come on as soon as the press conference was over. I didn't think it was going to last an hour, but I did put in the chat that we'd probably come on closer to 4 o'clock. Good afternoon again, Sean. How you doing? Thank you for coming on with us. We may get a couple more people hopping on. So basically, well, first of all, everyone, I want to thank everybody for our last stream. It was the second highest numbered rated show that we've had since we've been on the air. Thank you so much. Our number one, believe it or not, was the trade deadline that we were on 10 hours. And we just missed that. And actually, people are still watching it. So there is a possibility we could tie it. I will give you final numbers soon. I don't want to give final numbers yet because people are it's still a couple of people at a time keep going on to it. So, but I can tell you by far, it's right now, it's the second highest view record that we've had since we've been on May 4th. So thank you very much, everyone. Continue the good luck. We did get a couple of subs. I'd like to see a little bit more, guys. Come on. You can do this. I know you can. And I know we can get to 1,000 before the Yankees open up. So clearly, don't know, Sean, if you got to see everything or you saw it on the computer or on they had bits and pieces. I can honestly say that if you read between the lines, at least we'll start with Boone. They're going to make another trade. Without saying it, yeah, they're going to make another trade. You have to be clueless to think they're not. Will it happen today, tomorrow? I don't know. But I can tell you. Hi, Jason. I can tell you that they seriously are content with rolling out some of the same team or most of the team back in that they had in 25. They truly believe in this team. There's some adjustments. I think they really know that they screwed up in the beginning because they had no bench. They did not get a good effort from their closer. So they truly believe. In a way, like I say, I kind of believe most of it myself. What I like to see is they get Trent Grisham out of the leadoff, and have him bat a little bit later. So that's the one thing that I would like to see. I think the Yankees have enough pieces to trade to get them to the promised land as far as a leadoff hitter, maybe another reliever. They're stockpiling all of these young flamethrowers that will looks like they're going. It's going to be, as I told everybody, it's going to be a fantastic battle in spring training, and there's a lot to see. I mean, the one thing we know, Sean, before you take the floor here, the one thing we know is our outfield is set. Without injuries, it's going to be Bellinger, Grisham, and Judge. And you could believe me, you could do a lot worse. That is one of the top three, in my opinion. There's no question in my mind. Yeah. There. So the outfield, the Yankees have I'll put that outfield against anybody. Just like I would put our chat against anybody, I would put that outfield with anybody. When you have Judge and Bellinger and Grissom, it doesn't come much better than that.
Oh no.
Maybe you could throw a Ken Griffey Jr. in center field, a Mickey Mantle maybe, but I mean, other than that, I don't think there's another center fielder that I would want. At this point, Spencer Jones. I think the Yankees might have the two best center fielders in baseball. Right? Rather you think I'm crazy or not. Guys, you can't comment on that because if you haven't watched Spencer Jones in the minor leagues, you don't have a voice on it. I'm sorry. You're not going to come to me and you're going to say about these strikeouts. That doesn't portray him to be in center field. This guy is elite, and I'm telling you, he's elite, and he may even be a step better than Grissom. How about that? So you can't say anything unless you saw the man play. So that's number one. Now, Sean, I know you have some views on this. Please shine in.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't get to see the press conference because I couldn't. It wasn't on MLB Network, and I'm out of range for yes. But yeah, I believe there's gonna be a trade or two. Uh, I don't think they're done. They're not done making moves. Um, People can believe what they want, but I mean, come on, we just traded TJ Rumfield, who we weren't gonna have up on the major league roster. And we traded him for a pitching arm that would be a Cashman special, a flamethrowing reliever out of the Rockies, a young guy with controllable years that Matt Blake can work on him. And we'll see about that. But also, I think the thing too is we got to. I mean, when you say that the outfield is set, that was the most productive outfield in all of Major League Baseball last year.
Yeah, well, they said that the OPS was unbelievable.
Yeah,
and the lefty hitters do very, very well against left-handed pitching, which people, so they're very comfortable with Bellinger against the lefty. They're comfortable with Grissom against the lefty. They're comfortable with Chaz Chisholm with the lefty. So I don't know. I mean, look, we could talk to it blue in the face. Is this the final Yankee piece? I don't think so.
no, there's too many holes for it to be. One, we don't have a leadoff guy.
Right.
And we're not gonna do that again, where we gotta like experiment and pit, mix and match. Who's batting in front of Aaron Judge? Well,
Michael K, and Jack Curry had their two lineups. One of them had Giancarlo Stanton batting fifth, which I think was Curry, and Michael K or Curry had him clean up. One of them had him clean up. One of them had him batting fifth. And thank you, everyone, for piling in here. Really appreciate all the love. This early in the day again. Appreciate it. Thank you, Sean, for coming on. I appreciate it. Don't forget.
Yeah, no problem.
Please press the like button. Of course, share the show out, people. Please, we really, really would love it if you haven't subscribed. Now we're at 40%, baby, 40%. I say baby because it went up. More people are watching, obviously, but not subscribing or not pressing that like button. I can't stress it enough how important pressing that like button is, people. Please, you have no idea how important that is to get acknowledged and to move forward. So please, if we have 500 views and we only have 2 likes, that doesn't bode well. We need that to be high. We need that to be higher. And I know I sound like a broken record, but it's very, very important, not only to us, but to you guys, because the quality keeps getting better. There's so much that we're going to be giving you guys and everything. So please, and I still see that people now, I guess, they're starting to come home from work, and they're starting to look at it. So all in all, I'm really hoping that it'll change that way, and we do get more and more. So, but Sean, getting back again to the Yankees story, they also said Garrett Cole is doing very well. Rondon is in Florida, doing well, and they mentioned Volpe. But Cashman said he's coming along really, really well. and what do you call? He also said that there's no time frame for Volpe. When he's going to come to us and he's going to say we're good and ready, then fine, But he says it's going well. It seems to me that he's definitely in the mix for the starting shortstop, but I don't want to start up. I don't want to hear people start saying, "Here we go, pa pa pa." We're not even near the
Yeah.
season yet.
No,
It's 10 degrees outside, so we're not even worried about that right now.
and first of all, the thing I wanted with Volpe, like, let him get healed up. Let him heal right. Let him get over this shoulder injury. Recover from that completely. Don't rush him back. But also, you know, let's not rain on this kid's parade when, especially not during this. I mean, during the off season. You know, the kid has amazing heart. He, played every day with a partially torn labrum or torn labrum from May until October, whatever, October 8th, I think it was. He played every day without complaining. You know, that to me tells me he wants to be there. He wants to play. Um, and he'll get better, but let's make sure he gets back here safely. Heal back's fine, not rushed. Because the problem when you rush back from injury, you can get another injury or you could re-aggravate the same injury, and it just delays the timing. But yeah, let's just see how the whole roster is constructed, how everything is, because yeah, he could have his breakout year. We don't know, but if you guys are already gonna call him a bust and all that stuff, like just keep it to yourself for now. And
Yeah, I agree. I
you
agree.
know,
What was I going to say? I don't know. I just hope. I listen here in the chat. He's saying I don't understand why. This is Jake. I don't understand why certain people are hyped about the pitcher they just got. He's not a game changer, but he's another young, really flame throwing piece that they're going to work with.
mm-hmm.
And they've got control, and they're really looking for younger pitchers. That you can get a guy but throwing 97, 98 all the time. He can be a game changer. Listen, not every guy you get has to be a superstar.
Yeah.
He's 23 years old, and they have options on him. Listen, some of the guys that we threw out last year were veteran guys and couldn't get the job done. So
Mm-hmm.
these people can definitely work, and we can work on these people, on these guys, and really shine with them. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But look, like I said, I mean, I'm glad we traded. What were we gonna do with TJ Rumfield? The guy's been major league ready, at least on defense and offense, for like 2 years, and they never called him up. Even when Rizzo was hurt, they didn't call him up. When Paul Goldschmidt, no, they'd rather experiment with Ben Rice than call up TJ Rumfield. And I'm not taking anything away from Ben Rice at all or TJ Rumfield. But we traded him for a guy that we can use that has controllable years. He's a flamethrower out of a pen, the Rockies. Strikeout machine. But a guy that we can mold a certain way that, but I mean, and has not Brian Cashman proven that he a master at the craft of taking a diamond out of the rough when it comes to bullpen pieces?
Right.
Case in point, Clay Holmes, 9 ERA with the Pirates, or 5 year or whatever it was. He became a 2-time All-Star with us, as a Yankee. And the Mets were convinced they could make him a starter. Same thing with Luke Weaver. And all those guys, Tim Hill, all those guys that we found. And hey, it works out really well too. And hey, if we weren't gonna bring up TJ Rumfield in the major leagues, I'd rather we had sent him for someone we could use instead of just for cash or whatever the case was. Don't let him rot in the minor league system. The kid's major league ready. Let him have a shot at it. The team that can play him every day.
Well, you're right. You're 100% right. So it's weird. It's totally weird. But one thing on top of another, I'll tell you, it's really I don't know. We just have to check it. We have to see exactly what we have and what they're going to be throwing out there. So we'll see. Hopefully, a couple of these work out. And if they don't, they're going to go to the minors. Now, here's another thing that the new guy that they got today has a lot of options, and he's only 23 years old.
Right.
Not every guy you're going to get is going to be a flashy name. And listen, he might have been a high ERA guy in Colorado, but you can't go with Colorado numbers. You just can't. Let's see what some of the chat has to say. Thoughts on Cashman and Bellins? I didn't like the front office. Volpe is I didn't like the front office. Volpe is a bust. Cashman says Volpe working very hard. Really, Brian? Well, I wouldn't put it that bluntly. I'm not going to say that word, but you got to have a little bit of patience. Again, he's a young guy. We could do a lot worse. Yeah. I still believe the potential in Volpe still has to come out. And if it doesn't work this year at all, then okay, fine. But he's still in the years of not getting trillions of dollars yet, and we still have to see where that talent is. If not, we move on. We move on. I mean, and then you don't expect them to come on TV and say, "Well, Volpe's done. He's not," because he's trade value. And you know that it's over. You can't go on there and say the guy stinks. I'm trying to get rid of him. So what do you? I mean, the man is on. He's regardless if it's true or not. I don't know. The bottom line is, I'm hoping that that he comes back strong, but I just don't know. Nobody knows. But they are not going to they've never put their players down. You can't do that because you can't trade them. And you're not going to just release an Anthony Volpe. How can you release a guy that had 75, 80 RBIs and he's 23 years old, 24 years old? Come on. You got to know a little bit more. I mean, you're looking at a 212 batting average. Okay, and I understand that. But I mean, you got to also look at the other factors too. Cashman can't give up his hand. He can't. And neither can Boone and Hal would neither, because you got to try to trade these guys.
Right.
Right, exactly. All right, let's go on to Celia. Hey, I don't believe every move has to be flashy either, but it doesn't really seem like they made huge improvements that will get them to the World Series. Hard to say that they're truly a better team. Yeah, but the Yankees feel right now. What are they going to tell you? That they're no good? Of course they're going to tell you the way it, because they have parts there that are steady. Their outfield we don't touch. You know that. Everybody knows that. The third baseman, more than likely, you don't touch. The shortstop right now it's up for grabs. The second baseman you're not going to touch, and first base to me it looks like Ben Rice, but the Mexican guy could possibly could do something, and they may still sign Paul Goldschmidt. So so I'm not sure. There's not much you can do. I mean, they still believe in Austin Wells. That he didn't even come up. He didn't even come up with that. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Sean, I have an important something important. Can you take over the show for a few minutes?
Yeah, sure. I can do that. Yeah, and this is serious. We got a better bench than we had last year. We started the season off with amateur guys, Pablo Reyes, Yorbe Vivas, and Oswald Peraza. None of them are on the team. Now we got Paul Giron. We got Jose Caballero, who we got in the trade deadline last year. Ahmed Rosario, we re-signed him. Who we also got in the trade deadline. And we got Oswaldo Cabrera now being used as a utility guy. And we've improved steadily with our pitching staff, our bullpen as. The difference is we got to find the right people there and keep that chemistry and find a better situation game plan. Because that's where we struggled most at the plate. And yeah, Jimmy, I agree with you. I agree with you that your fans are going to be fans, but I'm not going to go out there and say somebody's a bust when he still has to be approved. And yes, there's projects there. And yeah, guys, we just got to give them a chance, let them build the roster, got to give them a benefit of doubt. And you're right, we got embarrassed in the postseason, Celia, because our pitchers ran out of gas, our bullpen couldn't handle, and we got outplayed in every facet of the game except Aaron Judge was the only guy really hitting. The rest of the team was sleeping. And you can't win with one guy hitting the whole time. Just not possible. And you're right, Charles. Pitching has to step up big. We need guys that can step up big. Carlos Rodon did too, but the problem was the bullpen came in after him. And the Blue Jays were able to chase him before the sixth inning. And they did that with all our starters in that ALDS. Now, pitching, they've got to step up. They got to do better, and I believe they will. Cole, Fried, and Rodon, I will take up against anybody any day of the week. But we got to make the better decisions with the bullpen, and not burn them all out before the season. And our starters, they got to be able to step up in the big games. Yeah, and I mean, pitching wins championships. So you're right, Jonathan. They got to step up, and I mean that's how we won during the last dynasty and others. You had Andy Pettitte, you had Roger Clemens, you had even David Wells and David Cone. All those guys stepped up. Mike Mussina, CC Sabathia, AJ Burnett, Andy Pettitte again. I mean, all those guys, and then we had the greatest closer for 20 some odd years. And everybody in the bullpen, they stepped up in their big moments. The Mike Stantons, the Graham Lloyds, the Jeff Nelsons, Tom Gordon, all those guys stepped up for us. And yes, Jordy, you're right. The problem is they relied on Superman too much. I'm Aaron Judge because he's once in a generation talent. a guy that's larger than life, but they rely on him and John Carlos Stanton way too much. They got to build around him with clutch, contact guys and righty bats. And Cody Bellinger brings it from the left side. We need a guy that can bring it from the right side. And yes, Cecilia, the team did collapse outside of Aaron Judge and outside of maybe a couple others here and there. A lot of guys were sleeping too much. And yes, you're right, Wendy. We have to be patient. They're still improving the team. Every team needs to be. And look, the whole market was not a big hot free agent market. It was slow, trinkets. But we made moves. And then look, we got Paul Blackburn. We got David. We got Weathers kid and Brian Weathers, and we got a few other guys to help in our bullpen and swingman to take some of the pressure off the starters during the regular season. And Nathan joins us and help.
What's up, Sean? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Where's Joe? What happened to Joe?
He had to take care of something really important. Somebody rung the doorbell.
Okay.
But he should be back. But yeah,
Everyone in the chat, what's up, guys? Thank you guys for joining the morning show. That was awesome. We had a great episode with Bernie Kosar, guys. That was amazing. You guys did a great job, and glad that my team and I could help out with that. So I know you guys. Obviously, the press conference just happened with Bernie, with Bellinger, Bood, and Cashman. So they had a lot of interesting things to say. And what's up, Evan? What's up, Johnny, Salami, Celia, Wendy, Charles, everybody in the chat, Jimmy. Yeah, they had a lot of interesting to say, Sean. I think the first thing is that they opened the door for a potential trade from an outfielder. So that's still in the works, I think.
Yeah, I believe.
Go ahead.
I believe they got a few trades they're working on. We don't. And so, yeah, things are going to happen. And I know a lot of people, like Celia was saying, she's asking that she's afraid they haven't done enough to get back to the World Series with this current roster, with what they're doing this offseason. Maybe you can address that.
Yes. So they're talking about the, I mean, they're doing the opposite of what they've been doing is, updating or upgrading the depth of the team, which I like. I like it. I like the depth now. I think now you're going to see them do a few trades here. They still need a right-handed catcher, and another catcher just went off the board. Actually, the Brewers signed Reese McGuire to a minor league deal.
Right.
He's a right-handed catcher too, but somehow they got to find a right-handed catcher. But yeah, I agree with you, Celia. I think obviously the big move was Cody Bellinger. But the problem is once they offered the qualifying offer to Trent Grisham, that changed the whole offseason. But if they didn't offer the qualifying offer, we would have been sitting in a different position, potentially having multiple players already on board. Now they're operating in a different plan, which is, I guess, in my opinion, bringing in all the depth pieces first and then focusing on the other holes. So, I mean, there's a future. It could be a few trades in the works. Maybe a free agent signing or two. Maybe like a Chris Bassett. I don't know. If I were the Yankees, if I were the Yankees, Sean, I think at least show some interest on Chris Bassett, because this is the type of guy you don't want to let slip away.
Oh yeah, no, I would do that as well. I agree with you. I'd at least give him a good offer. See if he takes. Also another guy I'm thinking, maybe take a flyer on Mitch Garber as far as a right-handed catcher. The guy is proven to have a big bat. It may not be the same as it was a couple years ago, but I don't know. He might find some resurgence here with the Yankees. Or I would, like you were saying, about trading in a package deal with Jason Dominguez and a few others, and getting That guy Jeffries from the Twins, probably one of their pitching guys. Either Ryan or one of their bullpen studs. And just yeah, and I mean, what was your thoughts on the whole Sabali trade?
I like it, but it's like a project piece. So Matt Blake will take him in the get him in the room and hopefully fix his mechanics. So
Mm-hmm.
he has the stuff, but he has to fix the ERA a little bit.
Yeah,
He does have
and
the
I,
stuff.
I mean, I believe they've done it. I mean, the track record that Cashman and Matt Blake have with these diamond in the rough guys with high ERAs, and we turn them around and make it to where other teams think they can be starters.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, yeah, and then like you said, Cody Bellinger, that deal was huge. And having him back allows us things. But the problem with our offense, a lot of our guys, they get cold at the wrong times. Um, or they, have a problem with the situational hitting. And I think that just burned us out. And then also the pitchers ran out of gas during the postseason. And, everybody just kind of collapsed except for Judge last year.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've never seen a World Series get won by one guy. It's usually like 3 or 4 guys that all chip in.
Yeah, I mean it's it's interesting, and obviously I wish TJ Rumfield the best of luck too in Colorado. I think he's going to do good there, and excuse me. Matt Blake obviously, he has he can throw a fastball 98 plus. I think has a slider and a change, right? Change up and a slider.
Yeah, and then it's a fastball, changeup, slider. It might have a one other pitch, like I don't know, sinker or
Yeah.
something. But yeah,
And then it says, hold on, where is it? Yeah, Johnny says, yeah, but he agrees. It's a project piece. And then
but I mean,
Evan says Rockies pitchers are never a sure thing. Do they? Don't know they will just come. Yeah, that's true. But but coming from a plus a high altitude in Denver and Colorado too. That's another thing.
yeah, I mean that's the X factor is the altitude and the adjustment period. That's why I believe Jake Bird will have a better year with the Yankees this year. Plus they worked on his mechanics in the minors. And worked on some of his stuff. But yeah, he'll have a better year with us. And he was overused by the Rockies. And now what I was gonna say with TJ Rumfield, I was saying it earlier. The Yankees weren't gonna bring him up to the majors and use him. I mean, you've seen the last couple of years when we needed a first baseman, they did not call him up.
Yeah.
I mean, what your thoughts on that?
Which one?
You think I'm glad that they traded him to where he can get a shot, like the Rockies could use him as their first baseman in the majors.
TJ.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he definitely has a shot to make a team this year. Obviously, the Rockies are rebuilding. I'm really looking forward to now seeing his spring training with the Rockies. I think he has a really good shot to make it in the team now. Making the team.
Yeah. But
the problem, the one thing is he needs to stay healthy, in my opinion.
right. But yeah, I mean, I was just like, well, if the Yankees weren't gonna, might as well trade him. Don't let him rot in minors.
Yeah.
But and I wish him well. I wish him all the best. And hey, we got a better depth team than we did last year. Last year, remember, we started with the amateurs. Out as our bench pieces. We had Oswaldo Cabrera at third base, and he did a stellar job there. But he's a guy that he's best used when he can be playing different positions.
Yeah.
That super utility role. Everywhere, Waldo. But yeah. Also, hold on. Let me see what the chat says. See what else. Yeah.
Sorry,
Um,
we're navigating something with my company, and then uh,
yeah. No worries. But can you address answer the RC Cola says Sean TJ Rumfield was made available in Rule 5 draft 2 years in a row, and other teams didn't take him. That says something.
yeah. What's it called? What are your thoughts? Okay, Yasin. Okay, is that the one you just brought up?
Yeah, right above the Yasin.
Oh, okay. We'll go to Yasin. Okay, so you talk about RC.
Yeah, RC Cola.
All right. RC said TJ Rumfield was made. yes. He was made available in the Rule 5 draft 2 years in a row. Yep. Um, I mean, that's true. I mean, obviously, the one concern is the injury issues, and we worked with him in the minor leagues, guys. I told you guys we worked with him in the minor leagues. He put up some good numbers, and the one thing he needs to stay healthy, and if he stays healthy, then maybe he can be productive, and maybe change the scenery in Colorado will help him. And that's why I'm really intrigued now for the spring training for TJ.
Yeah, and then the Yasin. What are your thoughts on the whole MLB being the trade deadline ending on the 3rd of August instead of July 31st?
Um, I mean, that gives more time for teams to make trades. So, wait, sorry, say that again.
So, Yasin, what are your thoughts on the MLB trade
Yeah.
deadline being moved back to the 3rd of
Oh,
August?
yeah. So instead of the 31st, it gives the teams more time to make trades.
Right.
So I, I think this helps with the Yankees. It bodes well for the Yankees, and I think now, I mean, they're still going to make trades before the season, but now with that the move to August 3rd, um, I think that gives more of the gives them more time to see the young players, whoever's up there, before making a decision whether or not to trade them. And and also it depends on where they are during the season, during the trade deadline. What's the record and how they're performing? So that's another.
Right.
So if they're performing, if they're in the play, or if they have a great record, I can see them making a lot of trades, like what they did last year, Sean. I think they
Mm-hmm.
did a lot of trades this year, but it depends where they are when the trade deadline comes. But I like the move to August 3rd for everyone, for every team, because it gives them, all the teams, more time. In my opinion.
Right. And then hold on, I'm trying to find the
No,
comment.
Jimmy, sorry, I'm just balanced. I work. So, guys, I'm a partner, a vice president partner for this company called Nation Best NIL stuff. So I'm just balancing that one right now. I'm getting a lot of messages from the company. So I'm sorry if I'm just going back and forth. So
Yeah, no, Jimmy, yeah, Nathan is busy with like all the hats he wears. So, he's busy and he's one of the best. But Cruz made a good point where he said, think young, controllable guys are good who throw hard. And then, yes, that's exactly what Cashman and the guys are. The reason they traded for this arm is he's a young guy with controllable years. He throws hard. He has good stuff. And if they can work on his mechanics and help him to adjust to the altitude, he'll be fine. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be all the time that we get a flashy guy or the guy that, got the best stuff there, because they don't always sustain the greatness in their career, or, the success they have in the majors. There's always an adjustment being made. But if you can get a guy that you got controllable years with lots of options, throws hard, young guy, you can work on them and control and handle them and shape them and set them up for better success and your team.
Yep. I
But
agree.
yeah, and then Michael, hey Michael, nice to see you. And you made a great point to take it one day at a time. But yeah,
Welcome to the chat. Yeah, Charles, you're right. Matt Blake is good with project pictures.
yeah, and I mean, look at this. Clay Holmes was what, a 5 to a 9 ERA guy
Yeah,
with Pittsburgh.
mhm.
Uh,
And he turned out to be a good, viable reliever from the Yankees. But now obviously he's a starter for the Mets.
yeah, I mean, he was an all-star closer with us for 2 years in a row. But then he struggled in that closer role. But then look, Luke Weaver, that was another project arm. I mean, Johnny Loisaga, all these guys we've had, a lot of them are project guys, and we can just run them out. The problem is, if you overuse them too much, they get burnt out toward the playoffs. So that's where I think, and I'm glad we got enough depth pieces to where it allows Boone and Cashman to plug and play with the bullpen, and work thing and to keep out from that burnout, the end of season burnout.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's a marathon, 162 games, nearly every day, and then you got what, 25 games in the postseason or something like that. So you're gonna tell me you want to pitch almost every day, and you're not gonna get burned out? 6 months, your arm's gonna be feeling really rubber right
Yeah.
at the end of 6 months of pitching nearly every day. So, but yeah, and hold on, let me see what else they got. But yeah, the Yankees are not done making moves.
Oh, they're still gonna make moves, guys. It's just a matter of when. I think they're gonna they're gonna make a few trades, in my opinion. So
Well, and
that's mhm.
now, Jimmy, I understand what you're saying, and I agree. But who would you want that one flashy guy? Who do you think that flashy guy? Because we already added Cody Bellinger.
Yeah.
That's a flashy name.
Probably, obviously, maybe like Joe Ryan. If you do that trade with Dominguez, Joe Ryan, Ryan Jeffrey,
Jeffrey. Yeah, Ryan Jeffrey.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that,
those are
Thank
flashy
you,
guys.
huh?
Thank you guys for helping out while they figured out why we weren't getting heat the right way.
Is a heater working now?
Yeah, they're working on it right now. It's on. The thing is now you got to wait for it to go off to get a code, and that code will tell you what they need to change.
Mhm.
These new things, why couldn't we go back to years ago? When if it didn't work, that's it. But now you got to wait for a code. You got to wait for this. But right now, it seems to be okay. So
Right.
sorry about that, gang. But you guys, as always, did a bang up job, as always. And we appreciate. I saw a couple of comments. I don't know if you guys talked about it. I'm sorry, I couldn't really listen. Somebody mentioned about the trade deadline change.
Yes, we mentioned that.
Yeah,
And that's simple. They don't want to go to the weekend.
Yeah. Well, plus it's easier for the teams it gives them more time to find the right deals.
Well, not only that, it will give the player, the weekend. It's tough. They do a weekend series. It's a lot easier for, I guess, accommodations to do it Monday through Friday than it is Friday to Sunday. So, I mean, I understand it. It's part of the game.
yeah.
But you'll see in the next bargaining what they're gonna do. Maybe they'll go to August 15th for all we know for the next bargaining. But it like I said, it matters. It doesn't matter. Bottom line is, if they're gonna make a trade, they're gonna make a trade no matter what. So,
Right.
So what was going on, guys? What was the main topic?
Okay. So Jimmy Matthews brought up the point we was just talking about. He said, but Sean, just a trade for a flashy guy, and the Yankees and fans would go bananas. And then I was saying, well, who would be that flashy guy? We already got one in Cody Bellinger. But and then Charles just brought up a point where he's saying um that flashy guys don't always work out, and there's truth there. But I mean, who do you think if there was a trade for a flashy guy, Joe? Who do you think the Yankees could get?
Wow.
Like like we said, Joe Ryan, Ryan Jeffers, like that type of trade.
Nico Horner, that's another flashy guy, but that
Yeah.
might not be realistic. But
Yeah, but but listen, you don't need the flashy guy. If you get a guy is gonna guarantee me, or at least like 7 out of 8 times or 8 out of 10 times could hit the ball to the opposite field to move a guy over. I'd rather have that than a guy that's going to hit the ball 900 miles but only hit it 2 times out of 10.
right.
So it doesn't, the one thing that we're not looking at, guys, we have a very, very good defensive team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We may, and especially if they bring Goldschmidt back or Nick Torres, if he wins the battle, which there's going to be a place for Ben Rice. You got to play him. I mean, he can't sit down. There's no way.
Right.
But is there really? What position is he? Does he? Do they move in? Do they feel comfortable having him at first? Do they want to go another year with Goldschmidt and have Ben Rice go between first base, catcher, and maybe some DH? But he's got to get 5. He's got to get 600 at bats. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
and that's the way I feel with Jason Dominguez. Now I know you said, well, he had 400 and something. Yes, I understand that, but it wasn't. The guy had a lot of pressure on him. He had to learn left field. He was screwed up. He made mistakes. He's human. You're not human. If he came up and kept hitting home runs and this and that, it's not easy, folks. Even though they're star players, they have real feelings, and that's one thing that I've learned. I always thought that they were invincible, but they're not. They're human beings like all of us. And you think it doesn't bother them that they think that you think it doesn't bother Dominguez that he's not hitting from the right side? Do you think a guy like Anthony, a kid like Anthony Volpe, is not being bothered from his own town? Is half of them have turned on him? You think it doesn't bother him that he played with a massive injury? Why they kept him in there, I'll never know. Somebody, Jimmy mentioned C.J. Abrams. He doesn't have range.
And then also, what one of our biggest problems last year was offensively?
Mm-hmm.
How many times did we leave runners in scoring position with less than 2 outs? Second and third, second base.
How many times
bases
loaded and don't score?
We need more
apples.
That's simple. We need more contact hitting. That's what Jonathan, remember when she was on the stream? We need more contact hitting, and we don't have that right now. And I think the Yankees need to focus in the trade market to get a contact hitter along with the right-handed catcher and more pitching.
That's the difference between the Yankees and the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
It's not that they have much better hitting. They have contact hitting. We have players. If they play to the back of their baseball card, we're as good as the Blue Jays. You can laugh all you want, but we are. We are as good as the Blue Jays. We just had listen, they had no game plan.
Yep.
Nothing.
Right.
And I'm sorry. I listen. I didn't want to. First of all, you change the whole team around, and here we go again. Stick with guys together for a couple of years. Okay. So we know they got creamed against Toronto. We understand that. But if we would have had a little bit more hitting in there, and maybe put some pressure on there. You never know what's going to happen. And you know, Cashman said it today, or was it Boone? Just because we lost last year doesn't mean you're going to lose this year. Yeah,
No.
you lose faith. You lose faith because the way they lost. Okay, they got crushed. But what's the difference? Either they got crushed or they lose by a run. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, Joe, come on. There's no come on. The players are in place here.
Well, and then
you've got, you know, a lot of teams would still like to be where the Yankees are.
right, and then I mean, you look at it too. What happened in '97? We lost in what, the championship series or the division round to the Indians.
Right.
Okay, and then
no hitting. The clutch hitting
Right.
wasn't there.
okay,
Only
What
Paul
happened-
O'Neill was with one leg.
right. But then what happened after that?
They
We won
got
114
contact
games.
hitters. They got
Yeah.
Tim Raines. They got Chili Davis. They had traded Ruben Sierra.
Yep.
So and they had gotten all Chad Curtis. These were contacted players. And then
Mhm.
you had the Jeters, you had the Knoblocks, you had the Brochus, you had Tino Martinez. They weren't superstars. They were stars. They were good enough to be to be a great team. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that they were superstars.
No, and they won 125 games.
You give me that 98 team right now. And I detest if they will roll all over any team, including the Dodgers.
Right. And then, I mean, look, well, okay, like Chuck Knobloch. He was such an excellent leadoff guy.
Yep.
I saw him lay down bunts either to start a game or just to throw off the defense when player and just give himself up. And then but what happens? Jeter gets that guy in.
Yep.
Or Paul, or vice versa. Knobloch gets on base, Jeter moves him over, Paul O'Neill gets him in. And so on.
Yep. So I'll give you an updated thing.
Yeah.
Bernie Kosar shared the YouTube link from this morning on Twitter. It now has 8.3K views on it.
Woo!
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he shared. Look on Twitter. It's on his Twitter feed.
Could you send that to me? I'd really love to have it for myself.
Yeah, it's at 8.3K views now.
Wow.
But
Jesus, it's like hitting this show was like hitting the lottery.
Hey, I mean,
It was that good. What a oh my God, what a guy. People in the chat, if you did not see the Bernie, you may not be a football player. Forget about being a football fan. It doesn't matter. Go listen to his story. And if it doesn't move you, then man, you're a lot stronger than 90% of men and women right now, because he has a story that's just unreal. He's beat so much, and God be with him forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
What he's been through, it's amazing. It is totally amazing. Guys, you got to go. I urge you, if you didn't see, it's worth every minute of your time. If you at your dinner table, you're relaxing before your favorite show, whatever you're doing, go listen to this. And this is all brought to you by one man right down here and his team, Nitin and his wonderful, incredibly beautiful team. And it just, I keep saying it can't get any better, but it keeps getting better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it. I mean, Marley, I'm so excited.
Marnie.
Excuse me, Marnie. I love you. You know that. She was amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm still talking about Kayla, who I had a wonderful talk with today, Nitin and I.
Yep.
And And we don't want to give the cat out of the bag yet, but good things are happening with Kayla. So
Oh no, I mean, she.
it's amazing. I am so psyched now
Yeah.
more than ever. I
Yep.
mean, not that I wasn't
Like I
before.
said, endless possibilities. Endless possibility.
It really,
Hey,
it's
but
amazing.
no, but Bernie was.
Guys, tell me something. How do you top Kozar? That's all I want to know. Now
I don't
tomorrow
know.
I'm gonna have a great actor, a funny guy, a good guy, a strong guy, with maybe a surprise or two, which we're not going to talk about.
My team and I booked our good friend Robert Fernero for tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. He's an actor from The Sopranos, American Gangster, Irishman, and others. So he'll be joining tomorrow's show at 4 p.m. Eastern. And also, my team and I also booked our good friend and client for Friday, Placido Polanco, 3-time Gold Glove winner. He'll be joining this show at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Get ready. Both shows will be fun. And then Wednesday, February 4th, my team and I gave you a special guest and also a special treat. Our friend, Phil Cuzzy, he'll be joining.
Yeah.
4th.
Amazing.
And I think that's going to be an excellent interview.
Well, my paisan, what do you want? That's an amai paisano, la pizzeria.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, the guys have what, 20 some odd years, 30 years of umpiring experience?
31 he's going on. 31.
31 years.
31. And he's still going strong, too. So it's amazing.
Yeah. And he's one of the best umpires. I mean, you see him get respected by players. Players respect him. Fans respect him.
And what a way that my team and I were able to get him on for you guys before spring training starts and before the season starts. So there you go. What good
you know
time.
what?
What good timing.
He'll probably be in the Hall of Fame before you know it.
Yep, he will. Hopefully.
Well, Jimmy, you wanted Stephen Kwan. So in all perspective, you rather have Stephen Kwan than Cody Bellinger in this ballpark? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Maybe because you need a left, you need a leadoff hitter, and I understand. And I'll tell you another thing: leadoff hitter is going to be Paul DeJean. Take that to the bank. When he's in the, he may not play a lot, but when he plays, he's going to be leading off.
Yeah,
I would almost guarantee you that. Oh, I didn't see Yashin is back. How you doing, big guy? How's it going? Nice seeing you again.
Back, yep.
Welcome everybody again to the chat. We appreciate. It's an odd time for us to be on, although our pregame shows will be on at 4:00. So this is going to help get everybody back in tune that we're going to be on at 4:00 with our pregame show before we go. We simulcast with Ken from The Ugly Truth. So there's a lot. There is so much going on. Don't forget, everyone, this Saturday night, again, we're going to have at midnight NY Mania After Dark. And the 2 weeks that we've been on have been tremendous. We've had a lot of fun. We've talked, we've sang, we went over so many things. We were talking about cooking. We were talking everything that makes you relax. Everything. It doesn't have to be baseball. It doesn't have to be sports. It could be something as, hey guys, I fixed the car, and I'm very proud of it. In fact, okay, great. Tell us about it. It's about life. Our show on midnight is about life.
Yep. A lot of crazy things could happen too on that.
Yeah. But in a good way. Not
in a good way, yeah.
Ridiculous, not hardcore or any. I mean, we did some silly things. I mean, the three of us went to sleep for like a couple of minutes. Mm-hmm. We did fun things. It was and everybody ate into it. It was great.
Right.
When you follow the lead. You follow the lead all the time. And tomorrow we're gonna have another first here on NY Mania in the morning because Johnny Salami is gonna be the co-host. The leader co-host.
Leader of the morning show tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, he is the leader of the morning show for the first time. And you know what, guys? Everybody should have a chance. Everybody should have a chance in the morning show. I don't care who you are. You're all good. You're all good. You're good at what you do. There's no reason, absolutely no reason why, because the morning show is very, very important. You have to take that with a grain of salt, too. It's a very important vehicle for our brand. So please give rah-rah to Johnny and Sean and Nitin, whoever, who's ever here. And it could be other surprises. You never know. And, again, a lot of fun. Charles, really nice to see you on our streams today. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing I hope you're doing well. Yashin, it's great to see you. I did notice a big change today, guys. We had pretty good amount like we do right now in the in the chat, but you don't realize how many people are actually watching us. Yeah. You just don't realize it. You may not see it and you may not hear it, but trust me when I tell you, they're out there, baby. You are out there, and I salute you all. And a lot of people, a couple of people text me. They said, Joe, we didn't want to come on the stream because we wanted to hear what Bernie was talking about. What an amazing feed. I sat back. I put the TV on. I watched you guys on YouTube, and it was a pleasure. And, when you get something like that, it just makes you feel like unbelievable, really. And I believe it. Now we have Jimmy Matthews, who's back with us. How you doing? I want to give a shout out to Michael D. I know he's going through some tough times, but I want him to know that we're thinking about him at every stream. He's always a part of our hearts. He's been with us since just about day one. And we wish for a speedy recovery. We wish that everything goes well in his life, and he comes back to us.
And shout out to Michael DeBach too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, hey, Johnny Salami is with us, by the way. So let's see what he has to say here. Yes, I'm excited. All right, Johnny. And now we could say, and now here's Johnny. Dun, 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 dun. I haven't heard that in years. The Johnny Carson.
Yeah. Johnny Carson, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Late night TV has never been the same since.
No, nobody replaced Johnny Carson. I'm sorry. I heard the Yankees had a trade package for Rice, Cam, and LeBron Jr., but the Tigers asked for Jones. So obviously for Screwball. No, if we do that, I want someone else. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. That better be like Screwball.
Plus he's a rental, so you don't want to. Even Joe Ryan is a rental too, but I think Joe Ryan would likely sign an extension more than Schoolboy. I think.
Right.
Let me ask you guys something. Do you think the Twins really have a plan?
They don't have a plan.
That team is mind-boggling. I scratch my head every day with this team.
They don't have a plan. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying I think they're caught in between whether they want to do a total rebuild or, kind of retool and go back at it. I mean, because they got rid of what? So many different guys. Gavin Lux, they got rid of. They got rid of a lot of different players, both in the trade deadline and this offseason so far. So yeah, I don't know what their plan is really.
Yeah, I'm confused with that team. I really am.
It seems like they don't have a plan every year. Every year they don't have a plan at all. they just go with the flow, but the flow that never works. So
yeah, but if I was gonna give that much up for the Tigers package, it better be Scooble and Carpenter or School. You know what I mean? It better be not only Scooble but an everyday player.
Oh yeah, without 100%. By the way, I just got a text. Everybody, go check out Ken Yankees
sure.
The Ugly Truth. Ken just put out a short. Not going to tell you what it is. Go out and find out. It's a very, very good video. So go there, check it out, and leave a comment if you want. He does a great job with the shorts. I learned from the best, and I learned from Ken. I learned from a lot of these guys that do a great job. And so go check out. And I'll be putting out a short a little later also, everyone. About a couple of things that I want to get your opinion on. So a lot of things are happening, guys, and I'm glad that the Yankees finally showed some face. They came on. You had Aaron Boone. You had Cashman. You had Cody Bellinger. So a lot of that came out. A lot of that made sense. Some of that, if you really read through the line, if you've seen so many of these presses, you've seen these press conferences, you could honestly say, I was on the phone with Nitin for the first part of it, and we both agreed that there's no question, read into that, there's going to be a trade. This is not the final product. And it could happen before they go to spring training. There's still plenty of days. There's still about 20 days before 3 weeks. You don't know what's going to happen in 3 weeks. So, it's just so much. So, but guys, the rest of the week is going to be a lot of fun here. We're really, really looking forward to it. Also, remember, everyone, we're going to have our members only stream on Friday, 7 p.m. right before these Nitin and the crew does the NBA preview matchup. Whatever I'm going to say. Whatever. I'm excited.
NBA weekly show.
NBA weekly. There you go. I'm sorry, guys. There's so many shows that we're putting out, and they're all good. They're all really, really good. And so we're going to go on with the stream. We're going to ask an opinion, and we're also going to give you a couple of things that we haven't said on here yet. So you guys are going to be the first one. If you want to become a member, it's real easy. You go on any one of our streams. You'll see the button. Click the membership one. It's $3.99 a month. Again, that's totally up to you. I'm just giving you the option, and we just appreciate. Whoa! Look who came on.
Chef Nick.
What's up? All showing some love here on a busy day.
Chef Nick?
Chef Nick, I hope that you get a chance to listen and watch the show that we had today. It was amazing. We broke our second highest rating show that we've had here, and it could tie it because people are still watching it. So stay tuned. And we miss you, and we can't wait for you to come in because we know you're very, very busy. And if you don't know, Chef, tomorrow morning Johnny Salami is going to run the show tomorrow morning at 9:30. NY Yankee Mania, Johnny Salami and Sean Browning, and of course the one and the only Nitin. So we're looking forward to that. Then we have a great actor coming on, as Nitin would, of course, Nitin and his team has put together for us. We have a surprise with that also that we're looking forward to, and also. If the Yankees do anything, we'll do something later on for everyone. But we're coming on at 9:30 and then 4 o'clock. So we're getting used to being on at 4 o'clock. We have a nice response today. So I don't see why we won't have a nice response tomorrow. Also, when you see the link tomorrow, it may say entertainment because that's what it is. It's geared for entertainment talk. We will talk some sports, no problem, but it is entertainment. So don't think it's like, does something go wrong here? No, it's entertainment of NY Yankee Mania division. So I just wanted to let you know that so you don't get confused. I appreciate that. And like the button. Please press that like button, subscribe, press the notification button. I know it sounds like a lot, but it takes about 2 minutes to do this all. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all.
But
And
yeah.
and we really appreciate it. So we're over an hour already. Wow. So guys, you have some final thoughts as we put aside another beautiful stream. And again, we will be back if the Yankees do something else, which you never know. You never know. Or some really big news that's going to rock the baseball world.
Well,
Sean, start us off.
Yeah, guys. No, special shout out to Bernie Kosar and his team, and Nathan and his team. I'm still like, whoa, blown away by and I got a little emotional earlier with part of what we were talking about in the interview. And yeah, guys, if you have not seen it, go check out that interview. Nathan, Johnny Salami, myself, and the legendary Bernie Kosar, longtime NFL quarterback. Uh, you know, go check it out. You guys, he was awesome. I mean, he pretty much took the show, and that's what we want. And then also, guys, Yankees will make more moves. Got to be patient and stay tuned. And let's see what Cashman does to complete this roster before spring training and before the season starts. And hey, we're going to have a special season. I'm telling y'all right now, right here, we're going to have a special season with the Yankees in 2026. And yeah, guys, like and subscribe. And then tomorrow, come here at 4 p.m. And even tomorrow morning, we got that special with Johnny Salami, myself, and Nathan. We're going to have a show where we get to give Joe a break, a well-deserved break.
Yep.
Where he can be in the background and play with the buttons like he likes to do. And yeah, guys, come on, check it out. There's a lot of different things going on this week too. The weekend, the NBA show, that's gonna be a hoot and a holler. And a lot of stuff because right now there's a lot of chatter about the Giannis trade, which we're gonna get into on Friday.
That when you did that noise, that my light went off.
All right, but Nathan, you can take it from here.
Guys, great stream as always. This was awesome. Like Chef Nick says, eat and devour like the like button, like Jeffrey Dahmer. So keep liking and subscribing to this channel and subscribe to our Job in the Mouth show. A lot of big things happening at my nation best NIL brand team company. Guys, keep up with the great work, and glad that my team and I could help out with the Bernie Kosar thing. That was awesome in the morning, and a lot of things coming up, guys, for this show. So continue. You guys are doing a great job. Let's go Yankees. I think they're going to make more moves pretty soon. And we'll come back live we won't come back live until tomorrow unless if the Yankees make a move. So there you have it, guys. Let's go Yankees. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Sean. Everyone on this panel. They're the best, and glad that my team and I are helping them out. So a lot of things coming and a lot of things in the works. So Joe is a godfather for the show, and he's truly the best, man. Like Joe is like he said yesterday. His mind is running like a mile, running by a mile every day for this show for you guys, to do this for you guys. And like I said, Joe is the rock of this show, and he's one of the best. And like I said, that one phone call that we did with him last year changed everything for the show. So shout out to Joe, guys, and shout out to everyone.
And we definitely have to end before we end the day. We have to end it with something special.
Yeah, and also, guys, before that, I'm trying to work on a live show for both shows together, and also we're working on a charity event. So stay tuned for those two.
Yep.
And also working on March 30th for you guys too. So stay tuned for that.
You got it.
Got
Well,
it.
everyone, let's salute everyone, baseball and America with
Oh,
this.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Awesome.
Oh.
Totally
Hi, my name is
awesome.
Maria Venuto, and you are watching New York Yankee Mania.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce myself or reintroduce myself. My name is Chef Nick. I am here for you. This is NY Yankee Mania, NY Mania for the entertainment purposes. Please smash, like, punch, stomp, jump on the like button, subscribe, share. Please do any domestic violence as you can in a polite way. You guys are the savages in the NY Yankee Mania. I am your chef to your savage to your cabbage. I will shred you like coleslaw. Let's do this. You guys are my rock stars. You guys are my chefs. I love
Chef.
you all. Let's rock on. We got this, baby.
Yeah.
Kiss, baby.
Let's go, baby. Woo.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Asad. I'm from
Yeah, Asad, come
New
on.
York Yankee Mania. This is the home base of New York Yankees baseball, basketball, and such. We cover everything from baseball to basketball to football to wrestling to everyday situations. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you want the latest news, you know where to check out. Come check out New York Yankee Media, and let's go Yankees. Let's go Nets. Let's go Brooklyn. Let's go to the local teams. And once again, please like and subscribe. Welcome to New York Yankee Mania. My name is Asad, and let's have a great time, guys. Thank you.
Hey, everybody, it's Ian Eagle. You are watching NY Yankee Mania.
The best.
The best.
This is Johnny Slamy from NY Yankee Mania. Like and subscribe.
Let's go.
Hi, this is Ken from Yankee
Yes.
Ugly Truth. You're on live with
Ken.
Joe at NY Yankee Mania. Enjoy the adventure.
Let's go, guys.
Hey, everybody, this is Noah Eagle from NBC Sports, and you're all smart. You're top tier
Yep.
sports fans because you're watching NY Yankee Media, the best
Let's
to get the
get
rest.
the rest. There you go.
And there's a lot more that's coming with that. I think that's a great touch to end everything, everyone. To remind everybody first of all, what Nitin has done for the show and his team, and to remind everybody how many people have dedicated themselves to NY Yankee Mania. A lot more to come, and also courtesy to John Berry, which is Ken Berry's wonderful son, wonderful family that helps us out so much. We can't thank him enough for what he does, the splicing work, the putting everything, making sure our broadcast is working tip top. And we would never forget that, John. And you're very, very close to our hearts. The whole Berry family is a tremendous family. I feel like I've known them all my life. And honestly, I've never met them in person, but I feel like I'm part of the family and they're part of our family. So thank you, everyone. And again, if you do have a minute and you did not watch the Bernie Kosar show today, guys, you're in for a treat. And you'll sit back and you'll say, Wow, this is unbelievable. If this doesn't inspire you, then I don't know if anything will. And I know this. I know there's things that's going to inspire all of us, and this will inspire you. Trust me. Go to it, and then smash the like button. And if you didn't, if that doesn't give you a thing like, hey, you know what? Let me subscribe to that channel. Please do that. It means the world to us if you would do that. So, guys, again, one last thing. If you anybody have anything to say before we say God bless America and God bless to everybody. Anybody else?
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
Other
All
than
right.
Joe's the best.
No, to get that. Let's see. Well, we'll go out with one more comment from our main man.
What's up, Cruz?
My brother from Colorado, Rockies Yankee fan, said the reliever is a super talented. Think Blake has a winner, high velocity K guy.
I think that one issue for him is the ERA. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
and you can't go with the ERA because of where it is.
Yeah, because of the high altitude.
Yeah, the high altitude. So maybe take off three. Listen, the man.
And plus he's only 23. He's under control. That's what I like about it.
Right. The name may not be sexy, but it could be sexy down the line.
Yeah.
It could be sexy down the line, without a doubt. So guys, again, thank you, Cruz. I am really glad that I caught that in the eye. And I would have seen that, and we would have said it on our next show. So everyone, unless the Yankees move the needle, we will see you tomorrow morning. Tomorrow with 2 shows again. 2 shows, 9:30 and 4 o'clock. One better than the other. God bless you all. God bless America. We love you. Let's go Yankees. God bless you for bringing us and this show up a notch. We love you. Good night, everyone. Hopefully, we might see you later. And go to Ken Short, the Yankees, The Ugly Truth. And we may bring a short or two a little bit later on to you guys for some enjoyment. Good night.
Good night.
See you guys.